Hello, greetings. This is Gilles Mention. Welcome to my channel. Today is a very powerful day, 00101110. We're entering into this 1010 portal, this portal of completion, this new beginning after the 99 portal. We are turning around the corner, and this end of the year will be very shifting, a very powerful shift that will be coming. I wanted to salute the courage of all those who are accepting this fact of communicating with the heart, with the spirit guides, with their God self. For in most cases, when you say you listen to your inner voices, you consider schizophrenic, you consider completely insane. In France, there is only Jeanne d'Arc that is acceptable to say that she listened to the voices, went to the service of France, but. So it is courageous to stand on the ground, to believe in spirit guides, just to believe in God, to believe in spirit guides is already very courageous in this society. For in essence, God and Spirit strive on challenges. Everything is for us. God has all the advantages without the inconvenience because He's already in full knowledge of all things. But if there was no challenges in life, we would get bored. God would get bored. So life has to have certain challenges, and with knowing that at the end the freedom will be given at the end. God's got the last card for everybody's past. So there is a long cycle of incarnation sometimes, but there is always at the end everything and everyone comes from the first source and center, the paradise center, and has to return there too. For what we want is to create this peace and calm within, to align with our higher self, and to let go of fear and restriction. Fear is like Archangel Gabriel was reminding us that to abandoning fear, all those imaginary fear, is a very small price to pay to find true joy, true bliss, true happiness, peace, ecstasy even. So it is a small price to pay. You may want to pray every day. Do pray. It's a call on your higher self. May the divine mind work through all my decisions. May the divine mind show me the way. You take a few deep breaths and you send it down. You send your energy down, your breath down to the center of the earth to anchor that into the planet. And for where humanity has evolved beyond the simple desire of getting a simple, comfortable living. For all light workers feel like they want to assist, they want to lend a hand in some ways, and by sending positive thoughts into situation, we are assisting. Where we do not see the power of that, but it is very powerful as we send good thought into people and situation. We're sending light into those situations, and that assists on above superconscious and cleaning up the subconscious as well. For 2019, this is really the last ending. It's a very and 2020 will be a brand new beginning. It's like we're all in the. We all in this course that it's like we missed out on the 2012. We should have been ready to ascend collectively. But if before 2012, all the light working community that were getting ready for the Maya calendars, if we would have said, well, you're not going to ascend for 7 years after that, a lot of them would say, whoa, I'm bailing out of that program. It's too much, too intense. When we've been through this 7 years program to finish the cleaning up, the clearing up, and for the one side there is truth, and on the other side there is pain and suffering. So we want to let go of all that pain and suffering. Understanding with these 7 years was given as it's like an extension course. So we to be ready, and this 2020 is going to be very, very shifting. I'm going to pull 10 cards with the tarot deck of Casanova. It is an erotical romantic deck from Venice, Italy. Certain things to handle. For the situation is truly miraculous. It is the wheel of fortune. It is represented by this great library, but it is the wheel of fortune. It is Jupiter. It is the power of making magic, understanding the wheel is always turning. What goes around this situation is the hangman. It is all those old things needs to be abandoned. We shouldn't even have second thought about it. All those old comfort zone things should be discarded. Once we do that, we find a sense of defeat, for we feel like we may not be successful in eliminating those things. We may still be hanging on, but we want to let go of the idea of defeat. Everything is just a step. Every defeat is a stepping stone towards success, and from there we'll find the power of the hermit. It's the way through. It It is about holding the light. What we see before us in our conscious mind is true happiness, is a wish that comes true. It is truly a wish that is coming true. And so it is just being enjoyment, in appreciation, in receiving energetically even before it is manifested. To already, it's a challenge. Sometimes I pass the test, sometimes I don't pass the test. My soul is testing me, and so I'm recognizing the test, so I'm being better at it, little by little. What we have in our subconscious is the moon. It is the illusion, or most of the tests are in the past. Right now, the situation we are in is wealth. It's truly the kind of inner and outer wealth, of abundance, of security, of well-being, that is all there within the vortex of energy. It's going to be manifesting in the world. But in the near future, we have to be patient. It's like a blockage of energy. The energy is not communicated, so we have to be a little bit patient. And then luck comes in, the card of luck, it's fun, it's a great party, but it's enjoyment, but it's also finding the balance into things. Our strength in the situation is the queen of swords. The queen of swords is the one that dropping the mask and that has to change role that she's playing, and it's about using humor and to discharge situation, and it's about taking care of business. What comes to us from the outside world is enlightenment, is the power of the light, the power of the fire, and for that we need to. There may be a situation where sorrow comes to us from the outside world, but we do not want to fuel our emotional body with sorrow. We want to accept to heal ourselves, to allow the wounds to be healed. You call on Chiron, and then how to do that is purification. It is virtue. It is virtue, and then the area of virtue that will assist us in healing that is the ace of coins. It's the card of abundance. Once again, it's a material connection to the abundance. What we have in our inner emotion, our hopes and fear, is the King of Cups. The King of Cups is a very powerful. It's the ruler of emotion. It is the card of grace. It is a card of natural unfoldment. It's about following your heart, the ability to do many things at once, to be expansive, to be creative, and the card is the outcome is a card of action. It is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is merging. It's like coming in with the light, with love, with the power, and so power, love, and wisdom are those three energies that we need to have it balanced out. So it's about moving into action, not allowing ourselves to be distracted by lower energies, in order to move into action and so that we can move forward and be ready for this year of 2020. As we move into our ascension process, we're becoming more intuitive, and we receive information from the invisible plane. We become more connected mentally to all the spirits and even to our God self. But in the physical and emotional, we still feel very much alone. And so even more alone than before we started this process, before we didn't even know that there was an invisible world we could communicate on. And that is because we also need to break free of the box, and we're no longer fitting into what the society wants us to be molded on. The idea is to become one with God, to become one with our God self, which is the highest aspiration. But in order to do that, we need to transgress the old ways in a gentle way. But we need to transgress, to break free, to become leaders. It's like becoming a teenager when coming out of childhood. It's no longer fun when you're a teenager to stay playing with children. You don't want to play with children. We want to play with other teenagers. So it is about growing, and it's the same problem of integration that we have, that children and from childhood into teenagehood. The whole point of this integration, of this incarnation, this coming into this planet at this time, for the most part, it's not about growing and learning. Although this is it's a perk, so to speak. We're learning and we're growing each and every day. But we came really here to assist the planet with our ascension or transition. It was very important. The world that is transforming in the future will no longer be about politics, about perception and how to deceive, how to control, how to create. It will be about people. It will no longer be about this glamour and pageantry of the Piscean age. It's going to be about the freedom of the people, power to the people. Everywhere around the world, the people realize that the power is in the hands of the constituency. It is in a collective power. This is where the power lies, and the world leaders that do not adapt to the needs of their people will not be able to pass the shift. And so it's about quality of life, and we're gonna remove ourselves from this political need, and we're gonna find leaders that are more enlightened, that will be able to balance out the energies and assist the people. Another thing we need to understand is like sometimes we are being mocked or we're not taken seriously to say that the earth is a real person, or that extraterrestrial exists, or that spirituality exists, or that God is a real person that lives within each and every one of us. All those things we can be not taken seriously because of that, but in essence, Mother Gaia is a real person, and those who are not taking this seriously are the ones that believe that the earth is just a rock that can be abused. It's the ones that are dumping all this garbage on the planet and hurting nature and all that. So in essence, do not be confused or distracted by this mass ignorance that may be confronting those higher values. Whatever you feel inside is what you want to follow until you find your empowerment, and then you will be able to clear the way, so to speak. Also, when I say the children already always know that the magic kingdom, magic world, the unicorns, the dragons, the fairies do exist. They're connected to that. They work with that, and then hopefully some of them keep this understanding all the way into adult life, but very few. Most of them have to forget all the fourth dimension in order to adapt to the sort of robotization to enter into the third dimension. Also, when I said all the religion were created by God in this time of Kali Yuga, this time of darkness, to assist man in not forgetting his creator, or not forgetting God. But often the religious people are very close-minded, and they believe only their religion is real and everybody else is in fault, and so they come in conflict with other religious groups, when in truth the truth of God is far larger than anything we can imagine, and it encompasses all the ways of all the religion. I really enjoy talking with Muslim people about spirituality, because I always get those great spiritual openings, because their faith is very strong and connected to the one. And it does not mean that there's enlightened people in every religion, but there is a great deal of misunderstanding about what Islam is about, what we call terrorism. Islam terrorism it has nothing to do with Islam. It is the tortures of the Inquisition had nothing to do with true Christianity. So it is the same thing. So there will be a need for education and understanding, so that all religion can be integrated and respect and love one another. For it is all come from there is only one God. For it may have many names, maybe appearances, many ways of going about it, but there is only one source, and this source is love. And so we should and there is some efforts that is being made to reconcile all those ways, to come into this unity consciousness, and where all the religions and people that cannot come into this tolerance, this love of humanity and the planet, will not pass the shift beyond a certain point. For everything is made of the light and love of God. You are made of that. Just ask God to show you how to see with His own eyes, and to inspire your life, to show you and to teach you how to live with yourself. For there is no choice. For eternity, you're gonna have to live with yourself. So you may as well start now to learn to be a good friend to yourself, to be in love with yourself. You cannot be of service to any lover if you're not already in love with yourself, to anyone else. For your own alignment, your own love inside of you takes precedence of a family, of a business, for it is really from this position that you will be able to serve all and to be integrated within all that. So take that as a primal energy. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. Now the sun is returning. Behind me is two paintings. This one looks like a poster. It looks like it is in the center. There is these words, and there is three frame blue frame, and there is the word wisdom that is in the mirror, like in Da Vinci's writing. In order to read wisdom, you have to read it in the mirror. So it is the mirror of wisdom, and then there is the six fruits of spirit. It's like a reminder. It says valor, appreciation, compassion, humility, understanding, and forgiveness. And the dominating is white and yellow, which is my colors. White and yellow, it's the color of my ascension. And here it is a painting about the solar systems. I think it's pretty much done. I've been working on it. It's about the 150 major planets, but there are hundreds of thousands of planets in our solar system. Some of them are small, some of them are even invisible. But even without talking about those who are in the higher planes and visible, there are many. There are many planets that have physical existence, but they have civilization that are invisible, that are ascended, and there are thousands and thousands of planets that are outside of the orbit of Pluto. And so this is really about symbolic of that. So there are hundreds of planets that we know we've been given names. There are 1,000 more that we don't even have names. They just have a number. And then there are hundreds of thousands that haven't been discovered. They just discovered like dozens of new moons on Saturn. So Saturn is officially now, as far as the publication, what they communicated, I think it was the NASA that said that officially the planet with the most moon now is going beyond the 633 moon of Jupiter. So this may need a few little touch-up, but I'm not even sure. The sun is represented by the yin and the yang, and then there's Mercury, Venus, Gaia, and Luna. Mars with Phobos and Deimos, the two moons. Eros, Ceres, Juno, Amor, Victoria, Astraea, Maria, Eunomia, Isis, Pandora, Hebe, Hector, Chiron, Cassandra, Bacchus, Child, Shiva, Atlantis, Urania, Requiem, Circe, Euphrosyne, Fortuna, Ophelia, Arachne, Minerva, Asclepia, Diane, Orphea, Nostalgia, Ibris, Opi, Icarus, Demeter, Vesta, Pythia, Tethys, Palacetina, and there are some other planets like Ixion, Zeus, Volcanus, Admetos, Davida, Apollon, Eris, Chronos, Pholus, and Cybele. And then there's the four major planets, Jupiter, some of its moon, Uranus, Neptune, and Saturn. So it's kind of nice. I like it. And Pluto, of course. Pluto has been degraded as a non-planet, but it's a very valid planet. Show you. Finish with a song that's about peace. It's a song that was written a long time ago. Peace is not a luxury. It is not like a fantasy. It is not an eccentric idea to want to find this peace on earth. And this has been going on a lot of artists has been working towards that. And this is a song by Bob Dylan. I think he should have gotten a peace Nobel Prize for peace, not for literature. I think it would have been more appropriate. But I'm not part of that committee of judgment, so I'm sure it's still good to get any Nobel Prize, but I think it goes like this. How many roads must a man walk down before you can call him a man? How many seas must the white dove sail before she sleeps in the sand? Yes, how many times must the cannonballs fly before they forever bend? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. Yes, how many years can a mountain exist before it is washed to the sea? Yes, how many years can some people exist before they're allowed to be free. Yes, how many times can a man turn his head, pretending he just doesn't see? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. Yes, how many times must a man look up before he can see the sky? Yes, how many years must one man have before he can hear people cry? Yes, how many deaths will it take till he knows that too many people have died? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. Well, thank you very much. Little insect that's like flying around here. Oh, look at this. Just flying. It's like living a little life. It's amazing how this little life, it's a part of ourselves. These little insects are they're just beginning to move into the consciousness of individuality and exploring what physical life is about. I'm going to pull 4 cards. Thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, and do not hesitate to comment and to let me know what you think. I'm just sharing ideas, but I think those ideas are really based on common sense, and eventually we're going to come into this realization, regardless of the common belief of materialistic society, that there is a way out of this nightmare by cultivating love and light, which is not our love and life. It is part of a greater whole. We're connected to something far greater than ourselves in the physical level. The highest wisdom is the 8 of Raphael. The best is awaiting you. Do what you know to be good for you. A spiritual quest. So it's about passing the bridge, this rainbow bridge, to go through the bridge. What we need to understand is the sun. It is the Archangel Uriel that comes on a white unicorn. It says, a marvelous life. Find fulfillment through positive thoughts. Ideas that lead to success. So it is the sun. The sun brings it all into life, brings it all into... What we need to do is the decision commanded by the Archangel Jophiel. Here she is like letting the birds to be free and flying around. It says, free yourself from anything that prevents you from moving forward. Need to purify. Worry and justify that come from the lack of trust in yourself. So it's about making peace with ourselves and to find this inner... this trust in ourselves, and the outcome is the 7 of Gabriel. She's moving in the sky on the back of Pegasus, this white winged horse, and there is storm all around us. She said, defend your conviction, have faith, have a trust, assert your place. So it's about being strong with our conviction, to have valor, to have courage, and to hold our own ground as much as possible. Well, I wish you a wonderful day. Thank you very much, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.